You don't look like a lawyer. I've heard this statement a few times in my career, and sometimes I can get offended, give them the look like. Sometimes I use it as an opportunity to educate. But today I'm going to talk to you about why I don't look like a lawyer. In the United States, half of the population are women. Now, when you get into the legal fields, it gets a little bit more narrow. Only 36% of attorneys or lawyers are women. Now, when you talk about black lawyers, it gets even more narrow. Only 5% of lawyers are black. Less than 5% of lawyers are black women lawyers. So it's safe to say that somebody that's like me or Tracy, the other attorney on the channel, we're somewhat of unicorns in the legal field. So it's, I guess, not uncommon that someone would say, you don't look like a lawyer. As we close out Women's History Month, I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge the women who paved the way for me to become a lawyer. Even though I'm part of the population that makes up only 2% of lawyers in America today, I'm privileged to be able to make my mark and hopefully open up the doors for other women in the future. I mentioned earlier that I've gotten the statement, you don't look like a lawyer, from different people. And depending who it comes from, I give a different response. I know one of my daughter's friends said, your mom's a lawyer? And she said it out of surprise, not in a negative way, but as, I guess I don't know that many women lawyers, or I haven't heard about them in my small little worlds. And I thought it was good to give her an idea that, yes, somebody like you can become a lawyer. So on that end, that's a positive end of the spectrum where someone says, you don't look like a lawyer, but they mean it because they literally have not seen someone that looks like you. Then you have those people that say, you don't look like a lawyer, and they kind of have their nose turned up at you as if you don't meet the criteria for whatever they think lawyers are. And that could be the very case. It could be that they're white male lawyers that they're used to seeing, and so you don't meet that, I guess, molds. But it also could be they don't think that perhaps you don't look like a lawyer as far as how you dress, your attire, your appearance, how you talk. It could be any reason, but usually it's not a positive association for someone to say you don't look like a lawyer. Tracy has shared with me, and I think she shared it on the channel in one of the other videos, that she's gone to court before and the judge or the opposing counsel was looking for the attorney. She was the attorney. She was in the courtroom and they were still looking for the attorney. You get situations like that where they thought you were a family member or just a member of another staff, and they don't think that you're actually the attorney. And I can see how people can get offended by that. Why wouldn't you think I was the attorney? And I think in that situation, she was even like sitting in the front part of the courtroom. Who else do you think I am? I've also been in situations where I've gone to a jail to meet one of my clients, and my client comes out and he says, you don't look like a lawyer, but it's in a good way. Like, we got black lawyers here, black women lawyers. I like that. And in that sense, I'm like, yes, I know you don't see it often. I am a lawyer. I'm here to represent you. And I'm glad that you feel like there was some kind of a connection to helping you, because I feel like some people, they don't trust lawyers all the time, but they may have given a different level of trust because they saw that I was a black lawyer. Lawyers like Barbara Jordan, the Honorable Sonia Sotomayor, the notorious RBG. We have, who else? Angela Rye, who's more of my contemporary. All these women, Michelle Obama, all these women inspire me. They are women who are paving the way. They have gone to do different things with their legal degrees, and it gives you an opportunity to see that I can do anything with it. For those aspiring lawyers, those women out there that want to become lawyers in the future, I want you to be encouraged. Although we don't make up a great deal of the population in the legal fields, does not mean that you can't come in and change that number. Be confident in your abilities, that you can do it just as good as your male counterparts, maybe even better. I know women sometimes are put in a position whether they can have a professional career or a personal life. And I want to say I'm proof that you can have both. I have family and also have made a career as a lawyer for at least the last 10 years. So I want to let you know it can be done. You're going to have to do some sacrificing at some points, but it doesn't mean that you can't have both. So I want you to know that if you're going to apply to law school, if you're going to be thinking about taking your LSAT, go for it. I'm going to be proud of you to join the ranks as a colleague of mine.